Well, welcome back to the channel. And yeah, it is the exact same place, the intro, just a different shirt. And I'm doing this in the afternoon, and that's why I'm not wearing a sweatshirt, which I typically wear in the morning. And I know it's way too much information for you guys, but I want to thank you guys, all the new subscribers, all the fun stuff. I'm absolutely enjoying this. This video coming up is all about changing the exhaust out. Now, when I bought the bike, for a little bit of context, it did come with aftermarket shorty exhaust, just a little pipe thing on there. And to be honest with you, I just didn't like the look of it. And I was about to put the stock exhaust back on the bike. But if you've seen the cigar on that thing, which I showed video one, it's horrible. And then he forgot to give me the little part that goes in the front. So that was 50 bucks. So anyways, what I decided to do, well, the video is going to show you everything I decided to do. Changing this out isn't that hard to do, and I'm going to get into all of that. So stay tuned for that in this video. I hope you guys enjoy. Very grateful for all the new subscribers and everybody clicking the like button, leaving comments. And if you have any questions, of course, drop them down below. So the legal part of this video, real quick, remember, I am not a professional. So you're doing this at your own risk and what you want to do. I'm just kind of showing you the way I like to do it. And if it helps you out along the way, hey, win for you. But other than that, again, this isn't educational. This is just me having some fun, throwing it up on the internet. You are responsible for the dumb things that you do. Remember that. So we are going to change out the exhaust on the bike. And like I said, I didn't like the shorty that it came with, or well, that was modified and put on there. It's just, I don't know, I just like it. So I went on eBay and I found an Akrapovic exhaust, or, well, it's a Chinese knockoff, I guarantee you, because I've seen the real thing and sure this isn't it. But anyways, so this one's still light. It's not as heavy as the original cigar that was on there. But we're going to take this guy off and we're going to put this one on. Now, I know there's a lot of people who jump online and they're looking for the stock exhaust. And I can tell you, you're probably going to pay 100 bucks for that. You're going to pay 50 bucks for the part that goes on there. It's a bunch of fun stuff. That was, I want to say I paid 90 bucks for it, shipped from Florida. Took about 4 days and I got here. Real simple and easy to use. If you tools for this, I'll get into the sizes and all the fun stuff. But one thing I'll recommend, that I will drop a link in the description as I try to help out. This is a spring puller tool. These are $5 on Amazon. I've got a red handle and I've got a black handle. I don't think they mean anything, but this makes your life 100% easier when you're putting this on, because a muffler or exhaust has springs that hold it on. And you trying to do this sucks. So we'll use one of those. Anyways, let's move the bike away from where it's sitting. It'll roll right out. Get the camera set up. Let's get this exhaust off. Let's get the new one on. Damn, I can't start it because the battery's out. But anyways, we'll get it on. And when we do all the other videos, and I'll throw the sound up, is in the future, and I'll mention this. But let's get to it. So I know you guys can't see it that well, but the shorty that was on here is just held on by this simple muffler clamp that is there. So let's get this taken off and we'll start doing the install. This exhaust that we're going to put on is going to utilize the factory mount, which is here. It has a little guide that comes here. It's got a downpipe that goes there. So we'll show you all that install, but first let's remove that. All right, so what you're basically looking at is the stock exhaust that comes with the Honda CTX. That is the big cigar. Now, I have seen some people that will actually use a heat spray paint, and I don't have any. I usually do, but you can get a heat paint, a black. It'll be like a matte black finish. It actually looks pretty good. So I've seen a few people who do that with it. Now, I do recommend, if you shoot your chrome with this paint, you cook it in your oven. Your wife will probably yell at you, but it is the best way for it to come out. And then the middle one is the Akrapovic that we're going to be installing today. That's the one I found on eBay. I will drop a link in the description below. On the forums, it's pretty much everywhere. That's where I found it. And then the shorty exhaust, which is pretty typical. I've seen a lot of people with those on the bike. There's nothing wrong with it. I just don't like the look, so that's the only reason we're changing out. So let's get to the Akrapovic exhaust system and the install. So a few things I would recommend before you do the install is lay everything out that you're going to be working with. There's not a lot of parts, but it's just easy to do it this way. Also, when you guys are going to put this together, as you're slipping everything on the bike, so you're going to be slipping it on kind of in stages, don't be in a hurry like everything, but slip it on. Don't lock this on right away. Don't tighten it up. So don't put it on and tighten it up, because you're going to have to make some adjustments. So how I would be doing it is, this is going to go on. I'm going to loosely have this hanging on by the bolt, so everything's kind of loose, so I can fit everything together. And then I'll get everything, you know, this will get tightened up, and then I'll pull the strings, and those are the springs, and those will actually in turn are what's going to get these to fit nice and tight. So you'll have a spring that comes from here that connects. It's actually more like that. So you have a spring that connects to there to there. So first thing we're going to want to do is, we have this piece here. This is what actually holds the exhaust up on the bike. There's a piece of rubber, this little guy here. This is what protects your exhaust from completely getting dismantled and scratched up. So you just got to take your time and put this on here. It's tedious as all get out. Boom. And that is what it is supposed to look like. So you just want to work it around. It doesn't sit up here and seat there. So just, yeah, basically like that. And that black rubber is what goes around like so. And there it is there. Sorry, I'm trying to give you guys a good camera angle. So again, we don't know exactly where it sits on here, so we're not going to tighten it up, but we're going to get it kind of hanging on the bike, for better words. And with doing that, we have this piece, which we're just going to slide on. That is going to be a 10 millimeter, and that's for this bolt here. But again, we're not going to tighten that up. And then if we come over to this side, they provide you with the hardware. So we're going to get rid of the stock hardware. That's going to be a 6 millimeter. And then the bolt, which is right here, is a 14. So we got a 14 and some washers. And we have all this fun stuff. The first thing we got to do is we got to hang the supporting bracket off the stock setup, which is very simple. That is just a 12 millimeter. So this is the little hanger here. Push this through. Make sure you don't lose that part. And basically your goal is to get that up and down, straight up and down. So just 12s. Boom. And it's it's locked in. It's kind of weird, but it gives a little wiggle, and that allows for movement. It looks like, yep, perfect. Easy. All right, so we are going to get this lower section on. Just get this nice and loose. That allows your exhaust to open up. By the way, make sure you put this on before you attempt to put it on, or you'll be saying some other naughty words later on. So just leave this loose. You're not gonna, you don't want to tighten it, because you have to line everything up later on. So you don't want to be fighting with it. So as long as this is loose, this allows you to slip everything on and adjust as you go, if that makes sense. So now we're going to grab the exhaust and kind of put it all together and manipulate it. So it's a little bit of work, a little bit of kind of a little bit of fun, but it's really not that hard. It's just a little bit of patience. So let's grab the exhaust. So what I'm looking to do is test this out by just sliding it on first, if that makes sense, and fighting it as much as humanly possible. I think, you know what? I have an idea. See, some people have it to where, I've seen some exhausts where they have it like that, and that is how I want it actually. So that looks good. Wow. All right. I guess you just talk your way through it. Okay. So that went on easier than I thought. So basically all I'm doing now is just twisting it to where I would like it. And basically if you look at the way this piece is cut, it is actually cut to the shape of the exhaust itself. So that is allowing me to manipulate it the way I want it. Now, the more I move this, if you see, it's going to move the actual exhaust itself. So the way that that's piped is important. So this still comes out. I still have a leg here. This piece will still fit here. I have easy access, so I can pull the springs. The springs are what keeps these together, so there's no actual weld points here. So that's what, if you ever look at some of these exhausts, the springs hold these two portions together, and this we're going to get tightened up. So all of this is dead flush with the collar, which is good to go. This looks good. It's nice and straight, so I like that. So all we really have to do is stick this guy in the hole like so, and then this guy back here and this guy back here. So let's grab some tools. Sorry about the mumbling. I'm just kind of shocked at how easy that went together. So we know this is good to go down here. So I'm going to go ahead and just get this tightened up. Finger tighten it as much as I can here. And then once I get it pretty finger tight, I actually like to get my bolts and all the, for the clean look, if you notice, I like to hide that up underneath here. Now I know this isn't the cleanest look in the world, but wherever I can make it look better, I'm gonna do my best. So just screw this in. And it takes a little bit. You're clamping down metal. And a good finger tight right there. You don't have to overdo it. You just don't have to. I see too many people just really kill it, and there's no need for that. So let's see how good this spring puller works. Let's see if I sold you a bag of fun or a bag of truth here. Oh yeah. Bingo. Where is the other one at? I think. Let's see, that's the wrong one. This guy here. I'm gonna put my foot on the bike there. Boom. You must have. Makes life so much easier. So, and then just a 6 and a 14. Boom. And then that part can go back on. So all of this is really nice and tight. I like it. Give it a shake, give it a grab. Don't be afraid. Make sure you clean off this. But I think that looks really good. I think let's step back, and we're going to get this part put back on the bike here. Loud and Alive, the guy had that on from before, but let's get this cleaned up. Let's get that part put back on, and we'll go from there. All right, so you have this protector of the bike. Now I have this off just because I had the bike kind of ripped apart, and I did it so you guys could see better when I was filming. This is something that does not need to come apart. Again, I just did it so you guys could see better. And I wanted to look at a few things, so I figured I'd just take it off. Very easy to do. This is a H8, so an 8mm Allen. Again, I would not use my impact to drive this in. I did take this off because I was filming the painter stay portion of the video. I was trying to get that kind of worked on. So I got these parts installed. That'll be another video, but that's just the first part of it. So yeah, we're just gonna get these tightened up. Boom. If you want to access the shock, you can go ahead and take this off. I was going to do a shock adjustment video on this, but I think I'm just going to order a new shock for the bike. I kind of went through and looked at the shock. It's in great shape. So I don't think we're going to do that. I think we're just going to wait until we get a new shock, and then we'll make our changes there. But that is all set up. It's good to go. Now I'm leaving the plastics off because we still have some more work to do. But yeah, why don't we step back and let's give it a gander. Do you need to change the exhaust on these bikes, and does it make a performance difference? Changing it, the only thing it does is really give it looks and some sound. A performance, not really. And let's be honest, what do you expect out of this bike? If you really want performance and speed, this isn't the bike. This bike is something I would cruise on, I would enjoy and have fun, and that's why I buy the bike. I'm not doing this for performance. I just didn't like the shorty. I saw a picture of this exhaust on somebody's bike, and I thought, ooh, that looks 100% better than the Fat Cigar. Well, I hope that video helped you guys out. I know that when I went to change the exhaust the very first time on this bike in my 14, I didn't know exactly what I was doing. There wasn't a lot of videos, so I just basically took a bunch of pictures from what everybody else was doing, put it together, and I ended up scratching the ocean mirror that I put on the bike the first time, and I was really, really pissed off. So I hope that this helps you guys out. Remember, take your time, don't be in a rush so you don't scratch your pipe. So put everything on loosely and just enjoy it, start it up. It sounds really, really good. I apologize I couldn't start the bike for this because obviously the battery's out of the bike, but I promise you it sounds good. There are some videos and there are some posts on the Facebook group that actually have this pipe that people have started, and I will drop a link in the description below. You do have to be a Facebook member to these groups to be able to hear them. So I do recommend joining those. But we appreciate you guys. I hope you guys stick around for future videos to come. Hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below if you like it. Hit the notification bell so you get notified of the new videos coming out. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Shit. Oh hell, let's just do what we always do. Hijack some nuclear weapons and hold the world hostage.